There are many road bikes available in the market today, but some road bikes are more unique than the others. Today we have a very special road bike with us and a very special man to review it. Meet Dr. Regis Selvaganesham. To know more about his cycling journey, you can watch the exclusive interview in our channel. As I mentioned in the previous video, I am here with a special road bike, the Merida Reacto 5000. And I am sure you are eagerly waiting for this review. The range of Merida is extensive with German engineered mountain bikes, e-bikes, cyclocross bikes and road bikes. So before moving on to the review of Merida Reacto 5000, I want to ask you one question. What keeps you motivated and fuel every ride and practice the sport of cycling?
Basically, two main reasons. One is your health. You obviously need some activity, cardio exercises to maintain your health. So for that, I mainly use my cycle. That is one of the reasons keeps me motivating. Second thing is moving on to destinations, going to places, exploring new places. After started my cycling, I have gone to lot of places in around Kerala or around Kochi mainly, and we have explored new places. So that keeps on gives us motivation to it. And then next is my Ironman training. So all this keeps me motivated for cycling.
That's great. That's great. So it's always, there's something to watch on, like a new place.
Exactly. That you don't get in running or any other activities. Cycling definitely gives you anywhere near 100 kilometers easy to reach in cycle. And it takes you along the villages, small places, small bridges, small islands. It's really wonderful to explore places in.
That's great. From all the bikes that you've owned earlier, which is your favorite bike and which gives you the maximum performance and happiness?
Always the latest bike gives you happiness, and that is always the best performance. Of course, the Reacto 5000 is my best. But the first bike was a Rock Rider, and that was always had a close to my heart because that was my first exploring to my bike, and we used to ride a lot with all my friends. So that was also one of my best. And then I actually I imported a bike from US, a giant EMotorad, and that was the only bike possibly in our Kerala. It was a cyclocross, and that was the first time I introduced to Kerala the cyclocross model. So that was also good one. All the bikes were really very good. The main reason for Reacto 5000 was getting into Ironman and do endurance. So I needed a endurance bike and a aero bike. So that was the Reacto 5000.
Awesome. So I suppose you're using the giant EMotorad on your trainers as well, right?
Exactly. I use my giant EMotorad for my training, indoor training basically. So it's always fixed there. So that goes for indoor training, and this is for my outdoor training.
Awesome, awesome. So, Doctor, the Merida Reacto 5000 is actually an aero road bike. So, why did you choose an aero road bike?
The Reacto 5000 was a gift for my wife. It was a gift for my wife for completing Ironman Sri Lanka 70.3 half distance. So my next target was getting deeper into Ironman events. So for Ironman events, obviously you need a triathlon bike.
Yeah.
But after all my discussions with a lot of my friends and browsing, I somehow understood that triathlon bikes or not good for Indian roads.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to have a ride on Indian roads, and the chance of meeting with accidents or getting into some mishap is going to be high.
Yeah.
So I ruled out triathlon or TT bikes. The next was road bikes. And now again, road bikes, you have that aero road bikes and endurance road bike. So obviously I was doing both. I wanted to do brevets, I wanted to do endurance rides, as well as I wanted to do triathlon racing. So to accommodate that, somehow I got caught with this Reacto 5000 because it has a geometry of both aero as well as endurance. If you take aero bikes, the head tubes are really short, so you need to really go
bend down
for to get an aero speed. Our endurance, again, you have to sit more straight. So this was on in between two. So you can use both as aero as well as endurance, and it has a very good geometry. So that is why I preferred Reacto 5000.
The Merida Reacto 5000 is developed on a full carbon frame. How was your experience when you shifted to an alloy bicycle to a carbon frame bicycle?
The first feel is psychological, that you have a carbon bike. So compared to an alloy bike, you are going to bike much more faster, and it's very lightweight. So, but the real difference is actually the weight. Alloy bike comes around like 14 to 15 kgs, and there's carbon bikes comes around like 8 to 9.5 kgs or less than 10 kgs. So that makes a huge difference, especially when you're climbing. Climbing, it gives you enormous. It makes it little more smoother compared to the alloys. Definitely, it gives you. And when you go in for a speed, you can actually feel that you're cutting the air. It's not just by compared to the alloys, you really makes it feel lighter, so you get more speed. Number two, and the next is the performance-wise. Performance-wise, the effort you apply is comparatively very less in carbon when you compare with alloy. These are the main differences actually.
So is there a drastic difference between both of the bikes, or?
Yes, for me I felt yes, because when I used my alloys, my average was like 22, 24, somewhere like that. But after I changed it to carbon, I had an average of 26, close to 27 maybe. So 2 to 3 km/h speed is definitely makes a huge difference.
Especially when you're competing for Ironman.
Exactly.
It matters a lot.
It saves a lot of time.
Yeah. So the bike is powered by Shimano's top-of-the-line Ultegra group set. So how is the overall shifting of the bicycle?
It's really very good. It's very smooth compared to what I have not much experience with other Shimano's, but from what I'm using, this is really very smooth. Especially in climbs, when you're changing, it really gives a smooth shift. So it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
So would you be looking forward to upgrade to an electronic shifters in the future?
Depends on my finances. Yes, maybe once I complete my Ironman full Iron distance, maybe I'll upgrade my bike.
Okay.
So till that, I think I'll use this. But I don't find any such reason to shift to a new bike, because still I feel that this is more good. It gives you really a very good performance compared to almost to all other high-end bikes. So it all matters, and you need to train yourself also.
Yep.
Not only the bike. You need to have your own strength, and your performance also matters when it comes to the speed. So that maybe I have to improve more.
So after purchasing a new bike, we obviously are mentally attached with the bike, right? So we always have a memorable ride. So what is yours with the Reacto?
The most memorable or the most entertaining, most adrenaline-filled ride was my Ironman Goa. So once I finished Sri Lanka, I got the bike, and all I was training for my next Ironman. Then that was Goa. So I have to take my bike to Goa to do the ride. So that was more memorable. Taking it, packing it, all was really very intense. And the ride was really very good. And compared to Sri Lanka, I did a better performance in Goa. So I should say all thanks to my bike. So that was giving me a really good memorable
ride. Okay, great. So for an aero bike like the Merida Reacto 5000, the braking performance need to be superior. So how is your take on that?
Even if you ask me what is the drawback, that is the only drawback I would like to say, the brake. Basically, it's a Shimano 105 brake system. When you're on a flat course or when you're climbing, all those places, the brakes are awesome, it's okay, good. But when you're going down, I somehow find the braking system is not very strong compared to because it's a high-speed bike. So when you're really going down on 45, 50 somewhere, and when you're trying to apply the brakes, it really sometimes scares me, especially towards the turns. I feel that the brake system should be little more stronger so that you're very confident on going. So what happens is that when I'm going down, my confidence level comes down. So automatically I try to slow down or don't go beyond certain speed, because you anticipate that your braking system may not be very strong, or you may end up
crashing the bike.
Exactly. So that is the only thing I feel it should have been little more better. Yeah.
So what is that one thing that bugs you the most, and what is that other thing that you absolutely love about the bike?
Okay. The one which make me little worrisome is probably brakes. So I feel the brakes should have been little more stronger, especially on going downhills. The one thing I really love is about the geometry. I've been browsed a lot of bikes for an aero as well as endurance. Either you get an endurance geometry or you get an aero geometry. But you somehow get a reasonable, which you can use it for both aero and endurance, is Reacto 5000. So that took me a lot of time to browse and decide on the bike. And next is the color. It's not very too much of flashy colors and things, but it gives you a very decent
thing. It gives a subtle look.
Exactly, it gives you a very good look, and also you get a lot of accessories matching your bike. So that also gives you a lot of...
So it's like a best of both worlds. You get the endurance geometry as well as aero geometry.
Exactly.
Okay. So the Merida Reacto 5000 is a pro-level bike which pro-level athletes use. So would you ever suggest this bike to an athlete?
Obviously, yes. If you're an athlete, the next step is to go to a pro athlete. So upgrade your bike to a next level. And it really gives you an advantage. It is not just going to, you don't get the name of having just a bike. It really gives you a better performance compared to your older bikes. So definitely it is recommended, and the cost is also compared to, it's not too costly where you can easily afford. So definitely yes.
So I think the price have gone up since the time that you purchased the bike. I believe you purchased the bike in 2019, right?
Exactly.
So right now the price is about above 2 lakhs or something.
Yeah, after COVID everything has gone up. Everything has gone up, but still it's really worth it. It's a really good deal.
So if I ask you to rate this bike out of 5, what would you give?
4.5.
So basically you are fully satisfied with the bike, right?
Exactly. I'm very much satisfied with my bike, and I love biking it, taking it for long or wherever length. And even I try to keep it inside my house. So I really love my bike. Really gives me a good satisfaction.
So Doctor, thank you very much for your valuable information and insights on the Merida Reacto 5000. I hope this helps a lot of people who are looking to purchase a Merida Reacto 5000. So it was great meeting you, and it was a good experience meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I would also like to say that thank you Bicyclekart for interviewing the bike, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.